Hello everyone and welcome back to Kali, Call of Darkness, episode 8 of season 2. Killian finally lays his cards on the table. Oh, he's finally telling us what he's hiding. I am so sorry. I really have no idea why the recording stopped. So I had to get the video somewhere else and I didn't want to replay the episode because all of my reactions would have been faked. So I just decided to use the part that I had with my voice on it, and the rest was just completely silent because I didn't want to replay my reaction because it wouldn't have made any sense. Yeah, I was right. I thought that she was a ghost already, like that she's dead, and she thought that she was being followed by her as a person. I already said that it wasn't like that, and it turned out that it was right. When Ratan came into our room and we told him about the feeling that we get between us and him, I also said that it was because of a connection, probably. I think that there is something, I don't know, about their pasts that connects them to each other. And he also said that we're connected to AMRIT. That's why we have these feelings when we're around them. So I'm intrigued to know what this episode is gonna bring. Now, that poor lady that was strangled by her husband, like what, is in our room and wants to stay with us. Now my question is, why does she want to stay with us? Episode 8, Connection. Warning, this episode mentions domestic violence. Okay. I took a timid step toward Priya and asked cautiously, "What do you want from me?" "What do I want? For someone to talk to me, to explain what's going on. I'm cold and terribly scared." I looked in surprise at the pale and bruised woman who seemed so assertive during our first meeting, and now she looked completely lost. The last thing I remember is my husband's crazy eyes full of anger. Oh, wow. Nah. Poor her. No one deserves to get strangled by their husband. Like, what? People, I don't even know what to say at this point. How he squeezed my throat, demanding that I continue to serve men and give money to him. No one could help me. His family just watched in silence as he squandered all the dowry honestly paid by my parents, and when he beat me. Mother, father, brothers, it doesn't matter what happens to me. What matters is that I bring them money. I've lived in this hell for so many years. I let them use me and tolerated it all. In the end, I was killed anyway. When the forest burns, everyone sees it. When your soul is burning, no one can see it. Wow. Take the notes. Take the notes. They will pay for everything. Independence, the gods will not leave them unpunished. Now I know for sure. Yes, they deserve to be punished. Help me. But what can I do for you? Lend me your body for an hour. Ooh, I don't think that's a good idea, girl. I'll do everything myself. What? My body? What do you want to do with it? Kill them? Girl, don't compare me to them. I'll just scare them. I'm not as ruthless as they are. But why me? I'm telling you, you're glowing. You're attracting attention. There was another one glowing, but he didn't let me approach him and immediately chased me away. Who was it? AMRIT. I keep on saying it's AMRIT. So handsome, so elegant. His eyes were like two gems. Mr. Dubai? I love myself. I know it. Because we're connected. So if we're capable, like if we possess that glowing and we're connected for some reason, or in some, I'm just going to use magical way because this man is my soulmate. If we're connected in some way, then he has to have like the same qualities we have. Like we possess this glow, so he must be capable to possess that glow as well. Yes, that's right. It was him. Oh, Did he chase you away? So AMRIT can see ghosts and boosts too? That's not a surprise. He comes from a Brahmin family after all. He has been performing all the rituals in Calcutta since his father put him in charge. But he looked at me like I was a pest when he chased me away. But you're different. Help me scare all these bastards. I promise no one will know it was you. They really were cruel and ruthless to you. And I know perfectly well what happens to murdered people whose souls are full of anger. Yes, help me take my revenge, and Lata and I will always be on your side. She also suffered because of his family. You know, you can take my body? Oh my gosh, that's a choice? It's a bad idea after all. I actually think it's a bad idea, but it's a gem choice. I'm intrigued to know what's gonna happen. Okay, just a second. We love gem choices. You can take my body. Take my body. As long as it's not for a long time and no one will find out that I was involved. Thank you. No one will know, I promise. You can throw me out anytime. I'm going to have so much fun today. But why didn't you just possess me? Or is it impossible? I couldn't. There's a protective energy around you. I couldn't even touch you. The marks? Yes. Rattan's medi is working. Well, shall we start? Yes, fine. Priya slowly approached me, looking straight into my eyes. She smiled, holding out her hand to me. I touched her. A light flashed. I could physically feel something foreign slowly infusing my whole body. Someone else's feeling, someone else's personality, someone else's soul. I knew I had the power to push it out of myself, but I held back and let Priya take the lead. This is gonna be so interesting to watch. I couldn't see everything that was going on. I peeked, but Priya quickly took back control. I lost track of time. I didn't know how long she had been inside me and where we were. At some point, I was overwhelmed with one feeling, anger. I was in Calcutta slum, a place where I had been before. I was walking barefoot on the damp ground. I was breathing deeply. Even if angry, Priya knew what she was doing. I was cool outside, but her anger warmed us both. I heard a scream. Who is it? Who can it be at this time of night? Get the hell out. Huh? A scream full of terror. Get him, girl. Get him. Yakshi, was it you screaming? Yakshit? Oh, get him, girl. Get him, girl. Both men were pressed against the wall, their eyes wide open. Their faces smeared with blood were twisted in fear. My hands were getting caught. Why are you both screaming? God, what happened to you? You're so pale. I heard the mother's worried voice. She turned her head in our direction. Priya laughed, and I felt how happy she was right at that moment. A terrible rattling sound escaped my throat. There was something wet and warm dripping on my fingers. Oh, that's so... Get him, girl. Get him. You will be cursed. Cursed until your dying day. The goddess will not forgive you. Atone for your sins, please her, or you will rot alive. So be it otherwise. You will be cursed by the goddess. Only the goddess can bring you the biggest thing of all. And you won't like her age. The last thing I heard was 3 people crying, bitterly begging. My face. I'm sorry, goddess. No, too late. Let me stop. When I opened my eyes, we were already back in my bedroom. I was lying on the bed, and Priya, having left my body, was standing in a dark corner again. Thank you. How great was my pleasure. Now they won't hurt anyone else. I won't forget your kindness. Now you can count on Priya and Lata's help in the future. Okay. The woman took a step back into the shadows. It's time for me to go to Madeva Rita Shiva. Call us if you need us, Amala. I'm in your debt. Priya slowly faded into the darkness. Feeling exhausted, I went to wash up. It was only in the bathroom that I noticed someone else's blood stuck under my nails. She didn't kill them as she promised, but she did something to them. Leaning back on the bed, I closed my eyes. Why am I like a beacon for the dead? It's understandable in AMRIT's case. He's a descendant of Brahmins. My strength quickly left me and I fell asleep. I keep on saying it, you are Kali. Or perhaps you're also an avatar, like Rattan. You're an avatar of Kali. I woke up early in the morning. The floor of my room was covered in dirty footprints. My footprints. Yesterday I walked to the slums and back barefoot. I need to wash the floor and take a bath quickly. I spent half an hour on that. Time to get dressed. Oh, yes. Yes. For the people who don't know, red is my favorite color. I'd rather tie my hair. The weather is warm. Ooh. You know what? Incredibly beautiful. That's exactly what we are. Now I could go down to breakfast. Mr. Chauhan was sitting at the table and Priyanka was arranging the plates. Good morning, Amala. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Chauhan. We haven't seen you at all lately. Now that Kiran is here, I hope we'll see you more often. Where is he, by the way? Have you seen him? The boy is sleeping. He must be still jet-lagged. I'm going to serve breakfast now, so we don't have to wait for him. And where is the cook? I had to send her to clean the floors. Someone walked through the corridors with dirty feet yesterday. Shoes were invented for a reason. Yes, I looked down awkwardly. Horrified, I noticed that there was still dried blood under my nails. Nervous, I immediately hid my hands under the table. Mrs. Chauhan went to the kitchen. She's been so happy since Kiran arrived. Thank you, Amala. I'm sorry for the disagreements. Any issues seem to vanish when your loved one is happy. Aww. Aryan watched his wife leave the room with fondness in his eyes. I realized that the man was in a sentimental mood that morning. He seems well disposed. I should clear things up with him. No hard feelings. It's hard for me to believe you. What issues? I don't even remember what we were talking about. I hope you'll forgive me. Because of the difference in our culture and upbringing, I might have said too much. But I never meant to offend you. I'm not offended and I understand where you're coming from. I don't want to... You won Aryan over on the first try. Aww, that's cute. That's why I also got a respect point. Hey, we don't want to belittle any culture. It's just my opinion is that, and I find it very, very horrible what they did to Sana. But it's their culture. I have no right to say if it's right or not. So it makes me want to sing when Meradil smiles like that. She must have sinned a great sin in her previous life, since in this one she's unable to have children even though she adores them. She told me everything. No, probably not, but I can listen. If it's a burden on your heart? No, it's a burden on her heart. I'm just sad that she's unhappy. I left everything for her, Amala. Everything. I lost my mind when I first saw Priyanka. Young, beautiful, so clever. Her laughter filled me with joy, and her gaze made me weak in my knees, waiting for this beauty to glance at me again. I lived in Delhi. Ooh! As did my whole family, and Priyanka's family lived here in Calcutta. She didn't want to leave, so I had to move for the sake of my beloved. Over all these years, has your love not faded, not even a bit? Of course not. My love for her grows only stronger with each passing day. Wow, that's so cute. Believe me, Meradil only gets better with age. You can talk to her about everything. She's an intelligent, educated woman. Such people used to be shunned. But it's so important to be able to discuss something with your wife. Mrs. Chauhan told me that the lack of children did not push you away from her. She seems happy to be your wife. This information will be useful, okay. Ella, she alone is enough for me to be happy. But Priyanka's always wanted children. She tried everything, but it didn't work. It was a lot to put on a young woman's shoulders. I supported her as much as I could. She didn't even want to leave at some point. Oh. That's why she has always been happy to take care of the children of all our good friends. Now she will gladly take care of Kiran. Path of loyalty. I'm so sorry for Mrs. Chauhan. Maybe there's some other solution. Adopt an orphan child or get a job as a teacher? It's not that simple. The beauty of being a parent is that you give your love a physical embodiment. Your child carries a piece from each of you. Yes. It's not the same. What a joy it is to see the features of your loved one in your child. Priyanka wanted to give birth herself. A few moments later, Priyanka came back to serve breakfast. I had just finished my meal when the phone rang. It was Killian who invited me and Lima for a walk. He wanted to talk about something and I saw no reason to refuse. Kiran had just come down to breakfast. Are you going to work already? Oh, my poor child. Not quite. I'm also not sure if it will be a work meeting. Then can I come with you? Why not? Yes. If you behave. What is this? He's a little brother. Come on. Sure. Aw, and again loyalty. I promised to introduce you to my colleagues after all. Good. But you ought to keep quiet about everything you might hear during our meeting. Is that clear? Yes. He is so beautiful, though. Shortly after we left the house. He's so cute. We arrived at the address Lightwood gave me and found ourselves in a secluded and picturesque place next to a pond. When Kiran and I reached the meeting point, Lima and Killian were already waiting for us three. They were surprised to see my younger brother with me. You're not alone. I thought that since it's not really a work meeting, I could introduce you. Kiran, meet Killian Lightwood. Or military attaché. That's funny. My friend. He's my friend. If only you knew how many times he helped me out. He's not just my friend. He's a future lover. Come on. At this point, nice to meet you. And thanks for looking out for Mala. They shook hands. It's nice to meet you too. Yeah, Bob, your sister is a hell of a... Sir! Killian narrowed his eyes at me. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, Killian is glad you introduced him as your friend. He is my friend. I'm intrigued to know what we're gonna introduce him then later. A criminologist. She's my friend as well. She helped me out so many times. I like working with her. It's nice to meet you, Kiran. It's nice to meet you too. And you're very pretty. Wow. Kiran. What? I thought being honest was a good thing. I love it. It can be, but you should think about finishing school first and complimenting girls later. Hey, I'll be out of school soon enough. Lima laughed loudly and Kiran blushed. Lima's glad that you introduced her as your friend. You are my family. You're my sweeties. We strolled along the sidewalk. Amala, are you going somewhere after a meeting? Sorry if I'm being noisy. Oh, honey. Yes, why? You look lovely. Are you planning to impress someone? Yes. Only you guys lies. We want to impress our soulmate Amir. Then you've succeeded. Now let's talk about work. Oh, let's go. I feel bad about what happened in Klipagrami. I think I owe you both an apology. An apology? Yes, to you and Amala. I had a lot of suspicions. In Calcutta, everything is so confusing and complicated. It messes my head up. I keep imagining different scenarios, even the scary and impossible ones. Like what? Like you being actually involved in the murders. Oh, honey. I'm sorry that I blamed you for it and let my emotions get the better of me. He cares. That's his problem. He cares. He cares too much. He doesn't want to let people in, but as soon as he does, he cares so much. He cares too much, okay? And that's his only weakness, if we can call it a weakness. I think he sees it as the weakness, but as soon as he cares too much. And he's starting to get worried about literally everything. And then he can't stop all the negative thoughts. He must have been confused and scared as well. Yes, he acted really thoughtless. It was unpleasant. I was upset. It was unpleasant. I felt lonely. How come are you apologizing all of a sudden? Because while suspecting everyone around me, I kept some secrets myself. He looks so fine with that outfit, oh my god. The one that Vaish was talking about, right? Yes, have you seen him since then? Should I tell them that I'm in touch with Ratan? Yes. I'm not lying. They're my friends. We've seen each other a couple of times. We talked about some things. Where did you meet? I can't tell you, but I know for a fact that he's not responsible for the murders. How can you be so sure? Killian, he helped us in that village and you're still doubting him? I don't know yet. I need to talk to him directly. He wants to verify himself, okay? That's when you are a paranoid person. And after him keeping secrets to himself, he can't put it past him, so I understand. What secrets are you talking about? The real reason for the diplomat's visit to India. I trust you, so I'm ready to disclose classified information. Lightwood glanced briefly at Kiran. Kir, could you please go get us some ice cream? What? We were just getting to the good stuff, Kiran. And you told me not to leave your side. The ice cream stand is over there. I can see it. I'll be watching you. We looked at each other for a few moments. Eventually, my brother gave up and shrugged toward where I was pointing. Go ahead. And don't spare any details. Tell me all the juicy things. I want to know everything. As we all know, India has been a British colony for a long time. And it gained its independence relatively recently, in 1947. 33 years ago. And when the British Empire invaded India, it started imposing its own rules, some of which went against the local culture. For example, a strict ban on all sacrifices. The locals resisted so much that they went deep into the forests looking for any caves, hiding places, or hidden canyons, or any other places where they could keep serving their gods. Some also continued practicing the sati, the rite. Yes, that's murder, too. Anyway, discussing the restoration of independence with India, the British proposed to make a secret pact. A secret pact? It contained a set of provisions that India was obligated to follow in the years after gaining sovereignty. What were these provisions? There were different ones, ranging from economic agreements, like a ban on trade with some particular countries, to a total ban on any rituals, which included sacrifices. I'm sure you all agree, those are absolutely unacceptable. This was long overdue. I don't care if it attracts the rage of the goddess, but I'm not okay with sacrifices. Traditions like sati and dowry killing should be left in the past. That's what the British government was trying to do. The pact was made and both countries agreed. India became autonomous. Our diplomats got involved from time to time when issues arose. For example, in 1952, several people in Calcutta reported their relatives missing. Some of those were later found decapitated in the forest several miles away from the city. Wow! The British government left some of their officers here on a semi-permanent basis to keep things in check. They were based in Delhi, Bombay, and Calcutta. They recorded statements about missing people, but after a while no more bodies were ever found. If there were no more bodies, then there was no longer evidence of a violation of the agreements. That's right. Therefore, after a while, those diplomats were sent back, until a few months ago, when 2 cases of ritual murders became widely known. Mr. Hayes came to Calcutta to establish whether there had been a violation of the agreement. So you knew from the very beginning that there was more than one victim and it was connected with rituals? Yes, I tried to direct the investigation in that direction, without revealing that, but blamed me for doing the same thing. It was not the same. We were following different trails. Was the British government concerned only about the ban on sacrifices? No, it's just that I was assigned to this particular case as a potential dangerous one. Hayes is dead, I know that for sure. Vaish told me so. I wonder how he knows it. He would have given me details, but suggested that I ask Mr. Dubai. AMRIT? Yes, my soulmate. So this case could be solved soon? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Amala, are you going to find out the details from him? Yes, today, but you can't pressure Dubai. He's not that kind of person. We have to outsmart him or rely on a mutual beneficial exchange. Well, of course, I should have guessed it. Here comes the plan. Exactly. I have to. Kiran came up to us, barely able to hold 4 cups of ice cream. Oh, my poor child. Who wants which? He is so cute. Everyone immediately exchanged expression, pretending to smile. Oh, please don't do that fake smile. It's not gonna work. Can I have mint? Of course. Oh, he's so cute. Sorry, I can't. He's so cute. I'll take chocolate. And I'll take whatever's left. Yeah. If nothing's left anymore, I'm just gonna take the one that's left. Taking our ice cream, we fell into silence. So you're going to get close to that person? Yes. Lima tried to be subtle with her question, referring to my meeting with Dubai. She didn't want to involve Kiran in our plans. Yes, I'll try to find out everything we need. Or are you talking in riddles? I don't care for your secrets. Kiran. And I'm interested to know yours. Ooh! For example, do you have a girlfriend? Lima, not going after my brother. Oh yes, I've got a little thing going on. Oh, tell me. My brother began to describe a girl named Jasmine. Oh! She's also, very pretty, so how can I not look at her? Aww. We slowly approached an outdoor cafe. I think she's trying to distract him. Killian, can you give me some advice? Should I confess to her? Don't bother him, Kir. Is there nothing else for you to do? That's fine, I'm happy to chat. Let him chat. Let them chat. We took a table and quickly made an order. This would have been so funny if he would have been our boyfriend. Which advice would he have given them? This would have been such a cute scene. Kiran, his usual social butterfly, happily chatted with Lima and Killian, who also seemed to be amused by the conversation. On my part, I was enjoying the warm and friendly atmosphere. It was getting late. I told them that I had another meeting ahead of me. Killian offered to accompany Kiran home. Lima decided to join them, and the 3 of them said goodbye to me and went to get a taxi. A little while later, I was walking toward the Kaliga temple. It was busy again. Making my way through the crowd, I accidentally spotted a familiar figure. Ratan! What? Is he really here? I changed direction, walking toward him. He stared at me, clearly waiting for me to reach him. When I got closer, he smiled. Good evening, Amala. What are you doing here? Waiting for you. You're going to see Dubai, aren't you? Yes, but he told me to go alone. Yes, you appeared out of nowhere again. You said you weren't following me. How do you find me every time? I think you can feel our energy. I feel... I feel you just as those creatures do. We have a little more than 5 senses. Be careful with Dubai. Don't play with him and don't make him mad. Today is a special day. The temple is closed until noon tomorrow. AMRIT is in a strange mood. A strange mood, you say? Closed for some kind of night ritual, is it? Yes. Doesn't it happen once a month? Durga Puja is just around the corner. If Ibrahim descendant feels that more energy is needed, he'll go to take this energy. When I ask you not to make him angry, trust me, I'm being serious. Your words about energy no longer seem quite as cryptic. Having fun. You shouldn't. Are you worried about me? Isn't it obvious? I brought you to Calcutta as it was my duty. I had to, but it doesn't mean that I really wanted you here, or wanted you to be in any kind of trouble. You have the right to decide for yourself. I just want to protect the gentle soul who has not yet realized where she ended up. But there are situations where I can help you. Shekhar is standing at the entrance. He will let you through. Ratan bowed slightly as he usually did and disappeared into the crowd. Ratan. You intrigue me, Ratan. He even knows Dubai's men. Ratan, you intrigue me. As the sun dipped behind the horizon and the sky turned pink, I found myself standing near the temple gardens. The man guarding the entrance nodded to me. Come in, Mr. Dubai's waiting for you. What? You can't send me away this time, huh? Ooh! Stay silent. Why are we always like this? Be nice for once. Thanks. I smiled at him. Passing an arc overgrown with ivy, I found myself in the garden. Amrit was standing with his back to me, admiring the landscape. He barely turned around, narrowing his eyes. Can you feel my presence? Yes, you can. Here you are, just in time. Sitting down on the already familiar bench, Amrit patted the spot next to him. I sat down. What did you want to talk to me about? Did Vash ask you to be careful again? They know each other so well. You know each other pretty much. I love this so much. I just know. Yes, and we have for a long time. I'm also aware of his nature. One could even say I'm aware of everything. Madheva Ritashi was kind to me and to Calcutta. He's here for a benefit. And why would Mahadeva bring me to Calcutta? Do you know? Amrit smiled. You talk about it so calmly, even lightheartedly. Aren't you scared by divinity, Amala? Should I be? What do you feel when you think about it? Connection. It draws me in, it's calling me, you know. Yes, I understand perfectly. I will respond to this call. The kindness of God is okay. First, I want to understand where I'm being drawn to. Dubai thought for a few moments, then looked straight at me. It wasn't Ratan who wanted you to come here. It was you? Or something? He was against it, but had to keep his promise. All the time you've been here, Vaish has been trying to send you back to London. Who did he promise to? And what exactly was it all about? Not so quickly, Amala. I'm not interested in just giving you information. Do you know what happened to our diplomat? Yes, he was beheaded, and his body was hidden. It was necessary to get your task force to come here. Isn't it strange? The bodies of the previous victims have been found, but not his. I slowly got up from the bench. I suddenly felt scared. So where is he? Where is the diplomat? Amrit also got to his feet. Oh no, that's not how it works. I told you, if you want anything from me, you have to get me interested. A favor for a favor. Give me your hand. I don't want to. Why do you want my hand? Without waiting for permission, he gently touched my hand. What is wrong with this man? Why do you want my hand so badly? I flinched a little, feeling the already familiar warmth mixed with slight discomfort washing over me. I tried to resist to keep him out of my head, but when I touched Amrit, my blood started pumping in my veins. What is it? Where does this come from? Connection? Didn't you guess? We're connected. Connected by blood or something? He lowered his voice. You and I. Ooh. Sorry. Wherever you try to get away or run, all paths will lead you to me. Wow. Now that's what I call soulmate. That's what I call a true soulmate. Whether you try to get away or run away, all paths will lead you to me. I doubt it. I was watching you. I didn't believe it at first, but recently I saw it with my own eyes. Is that why you called me to this garden, to tell me about this? Where he wanted you to know that you're his soulmate. And I mean, I already knew, honey, so it's fine. To open your eyes, precious Amala. Like a blind kitten, you keep nudging the wrong places. But I see everything clearly. You're not indifferent to me. Lately he always has the right words that melt my heart, and that's a bad thing. You're mistaken, Mr. Dubai. Is that so? He's not mistaken. He's my soulmate. I jerked back, about to turn away and around and leave. I'm sick of this. I'm here for work. Are you so eager to find this diplomat, or are you looking for your own answers? I think it's a little bit of both. Tell me where he is. Where is his body? Come closer and I'll tell you. What exactly do you want? I sighed heavily, but stepped toward him. He gave me a satisfied look, but didn't touch me. Well done. Amrit brought his hand closer to me. He didn't even have to touch me. The very proximity of his skin was enough for the warmth to arise again inside me. That's what soulmate is called. He's a soulmate. He's your soulmate. He's my soulmate. Go on, continue. We want to feel it. You finally gave up? I never fought it in the first place, sir. There is too much tension between you and I. Mr. Dubai gently ran his fingers from my wrist to my shoulder. It was a light and weightless touch, but it gave me goosebumps. Amrit noticed it and grinned, getting even closer to me. You like this? It's just cold here, right? The man stepped behind me and carefully brushed my hair away from my neck. I didn't move, waiting for what he'd do next. I felt Amrit's chest near my back. He was so close to me that I could feel his breath on my skin. You can be obedient after all. How surprising. I always try to cooperate with you. You have no reason to complain. That's... Yes, but I've heard a lot about you. Oh my god. Oh, he is fine. He is so fine. There is no reason for him to be this fucking fine. There is no reason. The man's hand slid over my waist weightlessly. I tensed up, not knowing what to expect. Oh, and the henna tattoos are exactly the ones I bought. Nice. Now I felt his warm breath on my skin and the smell of tart chocolate mixed with cherries. The closer I am to you, the stronger this feeling inside us becomes. Yes, it grows with proximity, as if it wants us to bring us together. How do you know what it wants? I'll show you. With a quick movement, AMRIT gently pressed me against his chest, hugging me from behind. People, I'm feeling sexual tension. I want to leave. I want to get out. Oh my god, I'm feeling tension. I'm feeling the tension inside of me. His hand now moved freely over my hips. I want to leave. Please let me leave. This is too much. This is too much of a turn on. I have to leave. It was so arrogant and domineering. I could easily turn around and slap him for being so impertinent, but I let him do everything he wanted. I didn't push his hand away, nor did I move. I didn't know why. We barely knew each other after all. I didn't have the courage to admit it to myself, but I wanted it all. And I wanted more. AMRIT's lips touched my bare neck, where he pushed aside my hair. Softly, carefully, so sensually. My heart fluttered, and the warmth inside me flared up with renewed vigor. All my attention narrowed down to one small place under my body, where his lips were now. He kissed my neck once, twice, 3 times, then slid higher, grazing my chin. He then whispered in my ear, "Do you feel anything?" Already, sir. Like, oh my god. Please let me leave. People, I already blushed at this point. Oh my god, please leave. Please let me alone. Leave me alone. I can't blush this much. With his other hand, AMRIT gently turned my face toward him. Our eyes met. Heat, yes. It is setting you on fire, making you open up to me. It was inevitable. I could still leave if I wanted to, but you don't want to. Leave then. No, we don't want to. He gave me a few moments to get out of his arms and really walk away, but I didn't. AMRIT understood everything perfectly. The next moment he kissed me longingly on my lips. Thank you. My god, don't play with my heartstrings like this. Oh my god, people. Oh god, I already got turned on at this point. Like, just take me. He didn't hesitate. He wasn't shy. He kissed me as if he had been waiting to do so for a very long time. He did so openly, passionately. Everything inside me turned upside down, and warmth overwhelmed my whole body. A moan almost escaped my lips, such as intense was the pleasure his kiss gave me. His hand wandered over the curves of my body, eventually stopping on my neck and squeezing it just slightly. You kissed for the first time. You're strongly attracted to each other. Okay. Look at this picture. Oh my god. When this intoxicating feeling waned, I was finally able to turn around and step away from AMRIT. I glanced at him from under my brows. Did you drug me with something? Nah, It's the desire. It's that connection. Don't look for excuses. You wanted to kiss me, and that's what you did. Where is he? In the southern forest, near the mountain of the river. He is so fine. No. It's over. It's over. I'm done for the day. You'll have to search carefully. Are you telling me the truth? God, are we going to find the body and will it be all over? AMRIT shifted his gaze to the sky as if trying to guess the time. You'll find out soon enough. I have to go. I have duties to see to. Think about everything I told you. The man said goodbye to me, heading to one of the back doors leading into the temple. I watched him go. What did just happen? It was like I wasn't myself. I didn't think with my head, but with my instincts. That's what you do when desire is too much. I'm just so incredibly attracted to AMRIT. Same! No, I'm in love at this point. If we really turn out to be enemies, what should I do then? He went to perform that night ritual. He acted strangely today. There is no denying that he must have done a lot of questionable things. If we find the body, it will be a direct proof of his guilt. What will he do in the temple? While I am in the garden and haven't left the restricted area, I think I have a chance to at least get a glimpse of what's going on in there. Even if they catch me, they won't kill me. Dubai needs me for some reason. No, he just wants you to be alive because he's insanely attracted to you and you're soulmates. My plan formed quickly, and as usual, I was in no hurry to dismiss it. I wanted to get into the temple and see everything with my own eyes. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, this was another great episode. Finally, I had a beautiful moment with my soulmate. It was established last episode that we're connected already, so it was already established that this man is my soulmate, but I already knew that since the first time I laid eyes on this man, and I'm so excited to see the next episode. We're finally seeing more of this man, or let's just say, I hope that we finally see more of this man, because I need this man in my life. I need a dose of him every day. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another episode. Bye.